things I can't afford. I'm a wealthy sis. You a wealthy sis. We all wealthy sis.
You're tuned in to Influencer Insider, where real talk meets big dreams, and we turn goals into game plans. I'm your host, Gabby, and we're getting into all things beauty, business, and building community. So grab your latte, your notebook, or your laptop, and let's talk wealth. Today, we are joined by Ashleigh Offord, entrepreneur, licensed cosmetologist, retail beauty owner, networking host event, and community builder. With nearly a decade in the industry, Ashleigh has expanded her impact beyond the salon chair, creating opportunities for entrepreneurs to connect, collaborate, and grow through business, education, and meaningful experiences. Before we dive into entrepreneurship and all the community building that you do, let's get to know the woman behind the brand. Okay. Be honest. Are you checking someone's hair, outfit, or energy first?
Hair, outfit, or energy first? Energy. I'm big on that. Hair, outfit. You can change that.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? What's your energy like?
Okay. I love it. And you got good energy today. I love your energy.
Yeah, of course.
We got good energy. Always with it. Now, before the business, before the events, who was Ashleigh Offord?
Before the businesses, I feel like I was just a young girl trying to find her way, you know, coming from a really good family and things of that nature, but just still kind of like, all right, what do I want to do? I grew up, my mom's like in nursing. She is a nurse, so I grew up in a healthcare background. So I thought I wanted to do something with healthcare. And then I'm like, nah. I've been a beauty girl. Like, I just feel like it was always in me. Started, you know, with makeup and stuff very early and things like that. But hair, all of that stuff very early. But then I just feel like it's who I am. So, you know, but before that, I thought I wanted to be in healthcare maybe and just kind of, like I said, trying to find my way. But yeah, I think this was God's plan for me.
Clearly. Clearly. What first inspired you to enter into the beauty industry?
Like I said, it was just always in me. You know, I can't really say it was like something that, like that thing that inspired me. I feel like it was just, I was really good at doing hair, makeup, things of that nature. And like I said, I didn't want to do healthcare. So I was like, I mean, I think what it is, I like the people thing of healthcare. I like to learn about the body, but I was like, their stipulations was like, you couldn't wear certain color hair, you couldn't wear like longer nails and stuff. And I was like, no long nails, no color hair, that ain't me. Like, I was trying to box me in, you know? I don't want to be boxed in. So yeah, I just feel like it just kind of came into me. So I did, after I went to college, I went to beauty school. So originally I wanted to just do like makeup. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do makeup. And then I went to Paul Mitchell, and then when I went there, it was like hair and makeup and things of that nature. When I got out of school, I'm like, dang, I'm not doing makeup consistently, and so hair just took off more. So that's really what kind of got me into doing hair. I don't do makeup anymore though. So.
Okay, so you kind of took one path and it was like, okay, it got you in the door, and then you took it and were like, you know, I can do so much more in another avenue.
Yes.
I love it. So you didn't keep yourself boxed in then at that point.
For sure. Had to do more.
I love it. So at what point during that journey did you actually understand entrepreneurship, I'm sorry, was your calling?
I always thought that I would be an entrepreneur though, because what industry I didn't know, but like even when I was like, oh, I think I want to do healthcare, I would be like, oh mom, I'm gonna be like a nurse practitioner, I'm gonna open my own office. Like everything was always like, I'm gonna do my own thing, no matter what it is I was doing. I'll go learn, I don't mind, I'll be a student if I could forever, but I will also still go and branch out and do my own thing. So it didn't matter what field I was going to be in, I was always going to do something for myself.
So you were a boss baby. You came out with boss mentality. I love it. Everything mine when you were little, was that?
Very much. Only girl, but a bunch of brothers.
So you definitely bossed up mentally. You had no choice.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it. So what was actually the biggest challenge that you faced during your first few years in business?
So I started as an entrepreneur around 22, right?
Just a couple days ago, y'all.
Ooh, girl. And so I feel like I don't want to make it sound like it's a perfect journey, but I don't really feel like I had a lot of challenges in my industry because I was just very big at putting myself out there. Before it was like TikTok and all that, I was on Instagram a lot.
Okay.
And back then it was chronological order, so you know, and a bunch of hashtags and stuff. And so just being very consistent. I feel like I was teaching myself in a sense marketing at that time.
Okay.
Because it's like being visible was important. And so the more I did that, just I was booked fast at very early in my journey. So I didn't really struggle with a lot of like lack of clients and consistency. I feel like if I made the time, the people came. I was always showing up. I didn't cancel my clients. I still don't. I'm just very consistent, and I feel like it really wasn't a lot of struggle. Now we get into the retail business. That's just different.
Okay.
That's different.
What about those struggles?
When it comes to the retail, learning a lot, like knowing like products to have, knowing just having so much more overhead. This year my business turns 4 for that. Yeah, so I know, right? And so that journey in its own, managing people, because you go from being a solo entrepreneur to having a team, and then from a team to you have to be at your store from this time to that time. You have such a big overhead, so it's so much I learned in that process. And yeah, I could go on and on about that.
That is all right. We got time today. How did you go from like the beauty professional to a retail store owner though? A lot of people are trying that, but you actually succeeded there.
Yeah, so I also grew up, my family owned a store when I was younger, a beauty supply store / like convenience store. So a lot of that I kind of already knew where to get the vendors, where to go, how to apply, just from my mom giving me a lot of that knowledge and information. And then I just started to do the work. I was able to get the capital, and once I got the capital, I started looking for a location, opened the accounts, just did it, honestly. Faith and prayer, and once I had the money, just went out and did it.
I know that's right. So you made a plan, you executed, and you actually stuck to it.
Absolutely.
I love it. And it sounds like it was just bred in you. You have a whole lot of support that came from. A lot of times people have the support, they don't know how to utilize it.
For sure.
And I feel like that's been a challenge for some people. Was that ever something that you struggled with? Like, I have the support, but I have imposter syndrome. Was that ever a thing for you?
Oh, by the grace of God, not really. I just like to jump out and do things. Like my friends know, if you tell me if you want to do something, or you like, oh my God, actually I want to do this event, or I want to do this thing, and I'd be like, all right, set a date and let's do it. Like I just
you're that friend in the group.
Absolutely. One of my friends recently said he mentioned an idea, and then I said, okay, tell me more. He said, no, I don't want to tell you yet because you decide. You already know. It was like, you decided to go ask me all these questions that I don't have ready yet. And I'm like, let's just stop talking about it. You said the word earlier and just execute it.
Yeah.
If it failed, try again and keep going. Like,
I love it. You're the perfect accountability partner. Y'all heard that.
Right?
How has your faith actually influenced the way you lead and build your businesses?
Oh, girl. It's everything, honestly. God first in everything, I feel like I could just spit out a bunch of scriptures, but one of the things I've recently been saying is like, God, just be a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And right now my favorite has also been Proverbs 3, 5 through 6 is, I think, is more so about why am I going blank right now, but just acknowledging God in all your ways and He'll direct your path. And so I feel like that's what you have to do. Any idea, any vision, any plan, pray about it first. Ask God to lead you to the right place, right people, right rooms. Same thing with my location. Even though I looked for several locations, I prayed about it. When the opportunity came, I prayed in the space. Like, God is in everything I do.
Yes.
Can't do anything without Him. So
I love it. And has it been hard to be faith-based in the beauty industry? Because a lot of times it's vanity. So has that ever been a challenge for you?
Not at all. Grew up as a church baby. So, faith is in me.
Yes.
Train up a child in the way they go and they won't depart from it, right? So it's a foundation of mine. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. I'm not ashamed of Jesus Christ. Everybody is big in their faith and the things that they do. So it's like, I'm big in what I do. I'm bold in God. I feel like without God, the opportunities that I have would not come. So it's like, I can't decrease in those spaces. I'm going to continue to increase in those spaces. And nobody gives me a platform. God does. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I can't be ashamed to be like, I'm in the beauty industry and I don't want to talk about God or whatnot. It's like, I have to, So, yeah.
I love it. It's the perfect space in the beauty industry to talk about God. I feel like come from the same industry, and it's like so many people struggle with self-image, but they don't realize that God gave you that image in himself. If you see him in you, then there's no flaws.
And the scripture says we're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Amen.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So it's like, you just got to know who you are, whose you are, and things of that nature. So, yeah.
Yes, and that's the affirmation every day. Thank
Right?
you, Lord, for who I am and whose I am.
Okay.
Every single day you wake up that way. I love that.
Absolutely.
As you approach 10 years in business, that's huge.
yes.
What accomplishments are you most proud of?
I am not really like proud of a accomplishment. I'm just proud of being consistent.
That is an accomplishment in itself.
Because sometimes I just be like, I told my mom one time, I'm like, sometimes I just want to like shut everything down, come home, lay in the bed, and just be with you.
Aww.
Because it's one of those things where it's like, it's so much responsibility. And sometimes it's overwhelming. But that's why you got to stay praying. Fasting, believe me, you know what I mean, and reminding yourself, and also just being around community, the right people, being in the right environments, and being around people that are like-minded. If you get around people that are not doing the same things, it's easy to just be like, oh, I want to do something different, or fall off the path that you're on. But just being consistent. So yeah.
So what's been your key to being consistent though?
It goes back to that like support system that you said. My mom and dad is so good. They're so supportive. Like, and so when I'm feeling like I'm falling from that journey, they'll be like, come on, keep pushing, keep going. Yeah. Like, I feel like my dad gives me a motivational talk every day, every other day, you know. So even when I do feel that way, it's like, come on, girl, you got to keep going.
I love that.
So, and God, faith in God too. Like,
yeah, so, that's very true. Faith, God, foundation,
and family.
Yeah, it's all hand in hand. It's definitely hand in hand. So your business can start with one passion, like you said, but your purpose may lead you somewhere even bigger. That's what I get from that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So why is community so important for women in business?
I think community is super important for women in business because you need, my whole thing is like, you need, I don't say you need the connections, but you need to be able to lean on other people that understand, because there's community in different ways. Yeah. Community for sisterhood, community for your network for like resources and things like that. And then, like I said, more so it could be sisterhood or resources would be my two things to say, because like I said, you need some people that you feel is like-minded and that can understand, that you could talk to, that you could say, girl, today was a rough day, or you know, let's go for a coffee date or whatnot. And then you need your resources, like if you're trying to do something new in business, like where can I find this product or this supplier or this real estate agent or this finance person or this attorney or whatnot, you know. So you need your community for that.
Yeah. And do you think that a lot of times people can't discern which people they need to put in what community? Because a lot of times we have friends that are doing different things, but they should stay as just a friend. They don't really have the best business advice, and a lot of times people fall into the trap of lacking discernment, knowing where to put them. Have you seen that in the industry, or have you ever felt that?
With bringing in like friends for trying to do business?
Yeah, or just understanding, hey, this friend might be doing her own business, she might be doing good, but she's not a good business-minded person for what you're doing. Maybe your path isn't aligned.
Yeah, just knowing what people, I hate to say categorize people, but in a sense you kind of have to, right? Like you have to put people in their respective places. That's word for me to say. And I think that that's okay, and it makes you a good friend to also identify, like, hey, I like what you're doing for your business, but if our business don't align, we don't necessarily have to combine that resource, but we can still be friends. You know, we can still go on like coffee dates or dinner or hang out, but when it comes to business, if you don't know that lane, I'm not gonna ask you for a resource and or, you know, vice versa. So
yeah, it makes sense. So y'all, it's not being funny, it's just understanding your alignment in your path. That's really what it is. You know, women, we can be a little bit, oh, she's acting funny today, and that's
you know, girl, that's a whole other thing. But yeah.
Well, how do we actually move from competition to collaboration?
Oh, you know what? Healthy competition is a thing, right? Okay. But I don't like, and when I say healthy competition, I mean like if we're in the same field of some sort, you know, just knowing if that client is for me or if that client is for you, right? Like salon environment, we can be collaborative, but sometimes it's still like competition, because it's, if someone, let's say it was a walk-in salon, someone comes in and we're all trying to fight for that client or whatnot, it's like, no, whoever that person picked, it's okay,
Yes.
you know, and knowing that there's another opportunity coming. So that's why I say healthy competition is okay, but more so collaboration is saying like, okay, we can all win together. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that client just walked in, that person is for you. The next person that could come in, that person could be for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So not everything, and then knowing that it's okay if someone doesn't choose you. Or, you know, it can get into like things that gets very personal because people will be like, you know, well, I needed this client for money or for whatever, and it's like, it's okay. Like another opportunity will come, you know. So
and that just reminds me, oh, ye of little faith. Because
right.
if you do anything out of desperation, then it's not how we operate, right?
Yeah.
What mistakes do you think people make when attending networking events?
Sheltering themselves and not talking, or being like, oh, I'm being an introvert, or I don't know how to talk to people, or just nonsense. Like it's I mean, it is, because it's like you're here to meet people, right?
Yeah.
So don't stay boxed in. And another thing, don't get trapped into talking to one person. I've been to an event where I feel like someone was just trying to keep me the whole time, like know when to cut it off and then go around and continue to be able to make more connections and meet more people.
Absolutely, I totally agree. So what would you say separates meaningful networking from like simply just collecting business cards or contact info?
Knowing, like, once you kind of start talking to that person, knowing like when you go in these rooms, okay, are you looking for, let's say, a new opportunity? Are you looking for just a resource? Are you just looking for friends or whatnot, right? Just being able to say, like, sorry, repeat that question.
Oh, no, you're fine. What actually separates meaningful networking from simply collecting business cards or contact information?
So the meaningful connections, I would say, is depending on what it is that you're looking for, right? So like I said, whether you're looking for friendship, you're looking for a business partner or a resource or whatnot, once you start talking to that person, kind of seeing like, all right, is this going in the direction that's going to benefit me and that person? And if not, then, you know, let me just get your business card, keep you for a resource later, but let me go ahead and go through the room to see like who the connections I'm looking for, or the meaningful connection, does this align with what I'm doing? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. Yes. So how can entrepreneurs actually build those genuine relationships that lead to business opportunities from those events?
Repeat it one more time.
How can entrepreneurs build genuine relationships from those connections that they're making at the events?
Oh, I'm a big advocate on following up, for sure. Because when you get the information, if you don't follow up, how are you going to build the relationship? Yeah. Another thing I tell people is, if someone does send you a message, or you send them a message and they don't respond, let's say 24, 48 hours. Say you meet them Sunday, you respond, you reach out to them Tuesday, they don't respond. Or respond again on Friday. A lot of people are like, I'm not double responding, or I reached out to them one time. People be busy. Yeah. People have lives. People have family. They have children. They have husband, wife. They have multiple businesses, or they run a corporate thing. It doesn't matter. It's be okay with following up again. Sometimes people get so stuck on like, well, I don't want to be the one to say something twice or aggravating them. Respond twice. Like, do it again. You know what I'm saying? And then know how to carry a conversation, know how to build an actual relationship. If not, it's like you're just gonna fall by the wayside. You know what I mean?
Sense. So okay, I definitely understand that. So remove ego, because a lot of times people are,
that's the best word.
You're so worried about, well, they didn't respond. Well, maybe you're not that important. Like,
or not, it ain't even that. It's just be okay with saying something again, like a reminder. If you think about like when you're about to check out something on like a website and you don't check out, don't they send you a message later and be you forgot you
32 times. I'm like, okay.
Right. But I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not saying be annoying, like know your limit, but I am saying like it's okay. Now if you don't get a response from that second, attempt, okay, leave it alone. If you see him out again, also don't be rude and be like, you ain't responding to me. No, how you doing? How's the business? How's everything going? And then you could, gently mention, hey, I had reached out a few times, wasn't sure. Whenever you're free, just go ahead and just, respond back to me. Yeah. It just keeps it lighthearted. You're not offended. They're not offended. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Absolutely. I love it. So what is actually one connection that completely changed your business?
One connection that completely changed.
If you can think of just one. There might be a few.
I don't know if I have a like set one, but I want to just say I feel like all the connections I've made have like advanced my business in some kind of way.
Beautiful.
Because I feel like each person, each opportunity made like an impact. You know what I mean? It pushed me into either a new room or like a new space or something of that nature. So I feel like they're all valuable. They're all important. And without those connections and without those opportunities, I wouldn't, necessarily be here, and without God.
That's
you know what I mean?
The big one is God.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay. Now, is there some opportunities that you quote unquote missed that you feel like, oh man, that could have really done my journey really good, or you just really set in like, you know what, what's for me is for me?
I'm really set on what's for me is for me. And even if I do miss it, I feel like if God want me to get it, it'll come back to me. It might be in a different season, might be in the next couple of years, could be the next month, who knows? But I still feel like what he has for me is going to be for me. So,
amen. I love it. Okay. So, I'm going to relax the environment. Going to get a little bit intense, a little interactive.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so
This is our beauty boss, this or that. So, salon, suite, or storefront?
Storefront.
You want to elaborate?
Like, as in the mindset of a person who is doing a service, like this or that.
Yeah.
Storefront, man. People miss the salon flooring community. I feel like the suites have their thing, and that's cool. And I've always kind of been in a suite, but I always hear people say now, like, I miss the salons. People will be like, I'm tired of sitting in this room with this girl on her TV and just us two. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so in the space I have now, it's myself and another girl, and we just be in there cracking up, having a good old time. Sometimes we're quiet, you know what I mean? But people enjoy the environment of being amongst other people, the beauty shop, the barber shop, you know what I mean? It's an experience within itself to be around people in that setting. So I'm gonna say storefront.
Okay, all right. Services or retail?
Retail, I be tired. Services are so like it's fun and you get to know people, but it can be taxing and tiring on the body for sure. So I feel like retail for sure, it's a shorter interaction and a way to increase your revenue faster.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Walk-ins or appointments?
Appointments.
You said that without hesitation.
I've never taken a walk-in. I don't do it.
Okay, all right. A lot of people do take them.
It just depends on what it is. You know what I mean? For me, the type of services that I offer are lengthy appointments.
Gotcha.
So I'm not coming in at 8 and being not in the mindset knowing that I might have an 8-hour appointment with you. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it.
I understand. I am not mad about it at all. Referrals or social media?
Social media.
Okay.
Man, TikTok changed the game for the beauty industry. Or it's just anything in general. Instagram definitely had its wave, but TikTok was crazy. I just got on maybe within the last year or two. Maybe the last year. And I feel like for the hair side of what I do, it just goes crazy. Like, referrals are great. I've had some great referrals over the years, but as far as quick impact, like to be able to reach the masses quicker, social media for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, well, you kind of answered this, but Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok. They you know what? TikTok for services, like, or just trying to find anything and things of that nature, or reviews or whatnot. Instagram, it's a staple, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love Instagram because it's like where I started, how I came up and stuff. But I feel like Instagram is aesthetics, you know, everything is pretty and this and that. TikTok is like real uncut, you know what I'm saying?
I've seen some stuff.
Like, and it's not always everything has to be like beautified on here. You can be yourself and stuff like that. So dang, I'm gonna have to say TikTok.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say TikTok.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Collaboration or competition?
Collaboration always. We get farther together. One of the things I always say, probably at every event or anywhere that I am, I try to tell people that even though the scripture in the Bible is talking about the souls and disciples, I still believe in the scripture that says 1 can chase 1,000 and 2 can put 10,000 to flight. So it's like if we do something, we have a stronger impact together than we do if we're at odds. The scripture also says the kingdom divided cannot stand. So hey, collaboration.
I'm a church baby. I get it. PK here. Yes. So if every entrepreneur, beauty professional, and aspiring business owner watching could take one piece of advice from you today, what would it be?
Okay. Bet big on yourself. Bet big on yourself. Don't like, and cut out social media. Like, when it comes to comparing yourself to other people, one of the things I think people struggle with so much is picking up that phone and opening up them apps and thinking, I should be here, I'm 25, I was supposed to be married with kids and with this big job. Like, put it down, right? Everybody's journey is different. And so whatever your, you know, if you're fresh out of school and you're like, I want to get out here in this industry, put yourself out there, meet the connections, get on social media as far as putting yourself out there, but don't get on it as far as comparison. You know, you can't look at my 10-year journey and think that you're going to wake up and be doing exactly what I did.
Exactly.
It doesn't work like that, you know? And I've had to deal with that when I first started as well, because it's like I saw people and I was like, oh my God, I like what you're doing. You use that as inspiration, and not to be like beating yourself up or thinking I'm never gonna get there. Especially in the beauty industry, everything is repetition. You have to continue doing it. So you have to. That's when you said your question earlier, and I'm like, I'm proud that I'm consistent. I show up every day because that's what it is. It's consistency. So yeah.
I definitely get that, because a lot of people see other people's blessings, but they don't know the burdens that came with that blessing.
Girl, TD Jakes preached a message before called the backside of better.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, you don't know the backside of what you see. And his example was, in a restaurant, you see the beautiful table laid out, you see the food that comes out, but you go behind in that kitchen, all the chaos and the stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people all the time, you might see the beautiful events, you might see the storefront, you might see all the things, but you just don't know the back end of the things that I have to deal with. And so, man, without God, you know, you guys wouldn't get this, Ashleigh.
Come on now. Change a lot of
being honest, right? But being honest. So, and a good foundation. I come from a really good family, so.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Now, where can people connect with you, attend your events, and learn more about what you're doing?
Yeah, let's take this camera. So you can find me on Instagram under my name, Ashleigh Offord. My name is spelled ASHLEIGH, and then Offord, OFFORD. I'm that on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Also, what else do I have? I'm starting a YouTube, actually.
Ooh.
We just did a episode like a month ago. I've been holding on to the content, but it'll also it's under my name as well, Ashleigh Offord. I have the same photo pretty much on all platforms. As far as my beauty supply store, it's called Emporium 7 Beauty Supply. We are on Instagram and TikTok as well. Beauty Blazers University is where I host the events. So again, that's the Beauty Blazers University on Instagram. And that's where you can find me.
And you have an event coming up.
I do. Ooh. So my event coming up is going to be June 27th and June the 28th. It's called Build Her Experience, the Impact Weekend. Our first night is a pajama night. So it's going to be called Girls Night In, where you can wear your pink satin pajamas, yellow and or orange. And we're just going to have, like, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. Everyone asks me that. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. It's just a girls' night in to have a good time, to talk. We have a friendship coach coming on. She's going to be talking about building relationships as adult women. We're going to have a women's health panel. We're going to have some vendors and speakers and all the fun stuff at Girls Night. And then Sunday is our business brunch and strategy day. And that is where we're going to have a premium brunch experience. And that'll be from 10 to 6. And we'll just be doing a lot of things, going over finance, going on productivity, productivity. We'll be going over just content and everything. So it's going to be a good time.
I'm excited. Y'all go find everything on social media. Go get tickets to the events. It will be packed.
Yes.
It will definitely be packed. We thank you so much, Ashleigh, today. It's been a blessing.
Yeah.
You just reminded us that success isn't just about building a business. It's honestly about building relationships, creating opportunities, and making impacts in the lives of others.
Yeah.
So everybody, you keep being great. This has been another episode of Insider Influencer.
I'm a wealthy sis.